He's singing a song as we go along, walking in a winter wonderland.
Hey everybody, this is 22 Tiger Dude here, and I'm here to review The Ref. So, The Ref stars Kevin Spacey, Denis Leary, and Judy Davis, and before I do review The Ref, my guest star Jackson Fulcher is going to be reviewing this movie. So Jackson, take it away.
Hello everybody on the 22 Tiger Dude YouTube channel. Once again, this is my second time on here. I was here like 2 months ago to review The Guest. That was pretty fun. But now I am back to review The Ref, the 1994 Christmas movie starring Kevin Spacey, Judy Davis, and Denis Leary. And what this movie's pretty much about is this couple, Kevin Spacey and Judy Davis, they aren't having the best marriage anymore. They're fighting a lot. They have to go to counseling from Dr. B.D. Wong himself, and literally in the movie his name is Dr. Wong, which is kind of funny actually. And just when they thought this Christmas Eve wasn't gonna get any worse, whoops, they get taken hostage by Denis Leary, a robber who's on the run because the police are kind of after him. But some complications come through, like relatives of theirs are coming over for dinner, and their son's coming back from military school, and the fact that they're bickering constantly and driving Denis Leary insane. Now when Tony asked me to review this movie with him, I was like, sure man, that sounds pretty fun. But then I stepped back and I was like, wait, what is The Ref? I have no idea what this movie is. But Tony told me that it was on Netflix, so yesterday I watched it. I didn't look up any trailers, I didn't look up the Rotten Tomatoes score, I just went in and watched it, and I gotta say, I thought it was a pretty good movie. However, this is not a Christmas classic, like it's gonna make everyone feel so good. There are some moments that'll cause people to feel a little down, because it is more of a dark comedy Christmas movie. Boom. The arguments in this movie are handled pretty well by Kevin Spacey and Judy Davis, which is a pretty weird thing to say, that arguments were handled well, but it's true. Their acting was very good. You actually believe that they had been together for a while, and now they have just gotten to the point where it's bicker all the time. And I really liked one particular scene that went down in this movie. I'm not going to spoil exactly what it is, because it's a pretty good scene, where like Kevin Spacey and Judy Davis and a couple other people are in a living room and they're opening presents for Christmas. I'm just going to say that. And that scene I thought was just very good and well handled. I loved that scene. Just really some heart-wrenching stuff. You really do feel pretty bad for these people, because you kind of tell that they're not bad, they're just frustrated. They're at a point where it's just some stuff needs to happen, things need to change. However, I gotta say, Denis Leary, I think he stole the entire show, because he was so good. Like, he just has these monologues, like, where he's, like, disciplining these people also. Like, in a way, he's kind of helping them, but he's a bad guy holding them hostage at the same time. Which is actually a pretty funny idea. And he was also funny. He was a bad guy, but he was charming, and he has some understandability to him, if that's even a word. You feel for the guy. Denis Leary did a great job. All three of these guys bouncing off each other like in the beginning part of the movie was just so good. I gotta say, I really did laugh a lot during some parts of this movie, and then when they wanted me to feel bad, I felt bad. I will say, like, if I had to pick a flaw, like, right off the bat, I would say that not a lot of the jokes made me laugh. Like, a lot of the jokes did, but some jokes didn't make me laugh, and I gotta say, there's probably more arguments than there is comedy, but that's fine. This is a dark comedy after all, so it's not going to be entirely comedic. And there's this young kid in the movie who's basically the son of Kevin Spacey and Judy Davis. I thought he did a good job. I was a little worried because he's a young teen in a movie who kind of wants to be involved with crime and stuff like that. I was a little worried he was going to be whiny and just annoying, but he was actually okay. Oh yeah, and J.K. Simmons shows up for like 3 short scenes, and when I saw him I was like, holy crap, that is Terrence Fletcher himself. Whoa! Unfortunately, he only has like 3 short scenes, but that's fine. I was glad to see JK. And even the relatives that kind of come over to visit, I thought they were pretty good, had some funny moments as well. It's like everyone just worked off each other very well. There was jokes to be made with all of these characters, and I think they did a good job exploiting them. Oh yeah, and there's a really funny bit where this guy is dressed up as Santa Claus. Like, at first he's like handing out fruitcake, then all of a sudden he gets really drunk, so they have drunk Santa Claus. I thought that was really funny. Overall, I was just really surprised how much fun I actually had with this movie, even though at some parts it is a little sad. If I had to pick flaws, it would be I wish I laughed more in this movie. I laughed plenty, I just wish it was just a little bit more laughs. But I understand why there wasn't a lot of laughs, because it is more focused on the drama and all that. And the ending of this movie, I gotta be honest, is a little abrupt, mainly because I had a couple questions as to what happened to some people in the movie. It's like they ended it way too early. I think it should have gone on for about another 5 minutes to answer some questions and just not have unanswered stuff going on. So just having this really abrupt ending was just like, oh, well, okay, that's fine, but come on, you can do better than that. Overall, I had a really fun time watching The Ref. I thought it was a pretty good movie. It is not a Christmas classic that everyone's gonna sit down and watch, and it's gonna be really heartwarming and stuff, because there's some stuff in it that will make you just feel kind of sad. But it is pretty funny at parts. I think the acting is pretty good. Denis Leary in particular is really good. I think he did a very good job, and I'm gonna give The Ref a B+. If you want to watch a Christmas movie that probably shouldn't be your #1 go-to for a Christmas movie considering what's in it, then The Ref is your movie to watch. Alright, that's going to be all for me. If you want to check out more videos with me for some reason, you can find my channel. It's just my name, Jackson Fulcher, and you can subscribe if you want to. Now I'm going to pass it right back to Tony. Tony, take it away, my friend.
Thank you so much, Jackson, for reviewing The Ref. The Ref is a dark comedy, and when I hear that it's a dark comedy, it could honestly go either way. It can either work for me, or it won't work for me. So with The Ref, I was just hoping it was one of those dark comedies that actually works, and I have to say, it actually does. I actually thought The Ref was a very solid and very entertaining movie. I was actually surprised on how funny it was. I actually laughed at a lot of the moments in The Ref, especially when it comes to the first half. I found myself laughing so hard during the first half of The Ref. Once you get to the second half of this movie, while yes, there is still humor added into there, it does become more of a drama. And that's where, yes, things could get actually pretty dark and pretty sad. And it's not that happy. Like I said, you still have your humor there, but it's like dark humor. And, you know, sometimes it could work and sometimes it couldn't. But yes, the first half is all about the comedy, while the second half, it's drama with a smidge of humor here and there, at least in my point of view. Now, first of all, I think every single performance in this movie is great. Kevin Spacey is fantastic here. Geena Davis is really great here. Denis Leary, he freaking nailed this role. I have to say it, I think my favorite character is Denis Leary. And that's weird considering he's a bad guy. You can actually understand in some weird way why he's tying up Kevin Spacey and Geena Davis, why he's actually desperate for the stuff that he's doing here. Like, you actually understand this character, and I think that's cool. These characters have depth to them. That's what I think made The Ref really entertaining for me, you know? These characters had depths to them to make me invest into them and care about them. Like Kevin Spacey and Geena Davis. They play this married couple that constantly argue with each other, and we're seeing why they have so many problems in their marriage, and it's played for comedic relief, you know, for the most part, I would say particularly in the first half. But then as we get deeper into the movie, we see the issues that they have, and when they explain all of the issues they have in their marriage, oh my goodness, yes, things get pretty deep. That's all I'm going to say. But they obviously do a very great job. And they could have easily been annoying, like just being that marriage couple that argues all the time. It could have gone one way or another. Luckily, it completely works because of how much acting range that Kevin Spacey and Geena Davis have with each other. And they both did a very great job as playing this couple that have a very troubled marriage. As for everyone else, like with their son and like their family, you know, everyone, I can't really complain regarding performances. The script is very solid too, as it does a very nice job with its dark comedy for the most part, but it also has layers to the characters just to make the movie interesting too, and I really like that. I thought the cinematography was very well done for The Ref. I thought the movie had very nice lighting to it. It's a very well directed movie, and even though Gus, played by Denis Leary, is a bad guy, he actually has a heart to him, which I thought made The Ref very refreshing. Now, the only flaws I did have with The Ref is that, like I said, in the second half, that's when we get to the more deep, dramatic stuff. The drama stuff I actually really liked. That wasn't going to be my problem. My problem was just that because of how minimal they add the comedy in the second half, sometimes they try to add humor in between the dramatic moments, and because it gets dark, when they try to add humor, you're not sure if you're supposed to laugh at it or if you're supposed to take it seriously, because like I said, drama does get real in the second half of The Ref, so it's kind of confusing to me sometimes. I actually did not really care about the son. While I like what the film tried to do with the son, like giving us a whole reason as to why he acts the way he is, I just didn't really like that character. I thought the actor himself actually did a good job playing the son, but it's just the character I couldn't really get this connection with. And then the last flaw I did have with The Ref is that the ending felt really abrupt. It was going somewhere with the ending, and then this happens, and then the credits start to roll, and I'm just sitting here going, that's it? That's how you're ending right there? So yeah, I thought it was quite abrupt on how The Ref ended, to be honest, but overall, guys, I was very entertained by The Ref. Like, this was one of those dark comedies that could have made it or break it for me, and luckily, it made it for me. And so because of that, I'm honestly going to give The Ref a solid 3 out of 4 stars. So you guys, in the comments down below, let me know, what did you think of The Ref? And I would also love to thank my guest star, Jackson Fulcher, for coming here to review The Ref. Jackson is a very cool dude, you guys. He has a great channel, so if you guys want to check him out, I will leave a link in the description below. This is 22 Tiger Dude here, and don't forget that I will always have Tiger Power!